Guys, welcome back to another video here in the Alpha Pack shop. Guys, happy 2023. This will be the first bid for Alpha Pack Off-Road in 2023. I got a lot going on in here, as you can see. So in this video, I would like to ask y'all, what do y'all want this next build to be? So we'll go over all the different bikes that are in the shop and what's going on with them. And if you would, in the comment section, please let me know which bike you would like me to film the build of. This will be the first time I'm getting y'all's input, and I'm gonna do what y'all ask. So let me know in the comment section, and also please hit that like and subscribe and that bell for notifications if you haven't already. All right, let's get into this. All right, guys, first on the list here is a 2008 Kawasaki Brute Force 750 fuel injected model. And it came in with a messed up motor that had been rebuilt not 2 rides before coming here. It was smoking out the the front cylinder exhaust. Had like oil and stuff dripping out of it. Has a Muzzy exhaust on it. But yeah, as you can see, it's real black in here on both sides actually. Motor's out. I did a compression check on it after I was able to change this one-way bearing, and we low. Front cylinder had like under 30 pounds. The rear had over 60. So yeah, I was like, all right, we got to go into her and start tearing her down and see what's going on. And it looks like these cylinders are washed out. There's no cross hatching left in the cylinders at all. There's a little scratches on over here. They're not deep, but here's cross hatching right here on the bottom where the piston doesn't ride. It has cross hatching, so that needs to be rehoned. The valves need to be cleaned up. Check that, make sure they're not leaking, make sure the seals are all good, and get this motor timed and put back together with new piston rings, things like that. So if y'all want to see this build get done, y'all let me know down in the comments that you want to see the 750 get built up. On to the next one. So here we have a 2012, I believe, Polaris Sportsman 550 electronic power steering model. And as you can see, yeah, it needs a lot of stuff. Everything, guys. You name it, it needs it. Bushings, bearings, ball joints, rad support, one-way bearing was not grabbing all the time. A rat's nest in here, no oil in the motor hardly, fuel pump not coming on, you name it. I mean, the rear diff, everything had slack. I mean, you name it. So this thing needs a lot of loving. I have a lot of stuff already torn up on it, and it's all sitting over there in the boxes. But yeah, like I said, rear diff, check that bad boy out, huh? Running straight in mud as lube. I don't know if this thing's even I don't even know if I save it. I mean, I gotta look more into this, but they've gouged out the casings and stuff, changing seals multiple times. It's definitely seen better days. That's yeah. Here as well, another. Check this fuel pump out, guys. See how bad it is. I know this thing was sitting for like 2 years in like a storage unit or something before coming here. This fuel tank smells horrible. It's got all that goo in it from all that ethanol gas sitting up in it for years and years. So that whole tank needs to be cleaned out. So this is a big build. This thing needs a lot of loving. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see the 550 get built. Next, over here, yeah, is a 2015 Polaris Outlaw 110. It's fuel injected. There's also a Sportsman just like it outside that needs some loving. It needs where the chain is on the side of the gearbox blew out and stuff. This one's more of electrical issues and brakes and just little stuff. So that's what needs to be done to this. We got over here also from the same dude a DS90 Can-Am. So carb needs to be rebuilt, gone through, it's gummed up. The one-way bearing on this one as well is not grabbing when you hit the start button, so it's going to need a one-way bearing as well. A lot of bikes in here with one-way bearing issues. He also over here has a motor that we'll talk about in a second. But y'all let me know down in the comments if you want me to see, if y'all want to see the little bikes get built. All right. So next over here, this is from a 2013 or 14 Ranger Crew 800 out there. And I got the motor pulled. It was making all kind of racket. It got ran hot. They didn't flip the little switch they rigged up to turn the fan on, and it got hot and left them stranded, and then they somehow limped back. But anyway, a lot of issues with this. We'll have to go through that if you do pick that build. The Bandex on here exploded and sent stuff all up in the charging system, and flywheel and whatnot got chewed up. Like I said, it got hot. This is discolored. It doesn't have any slack in the bearing. There's a little, but it's discolored. I don't know if this crank is any good. The balancer's good, yeah, and the cam is good, so that's good, yeah. The pistons have seen better days. The throttle body, where after the throttle body where it goes to the air box, it wasn't connected, so it was definitely sucking dirt. Look at these pistons, man. Look at all the scratching on there. So as you can imagine, the cylinders, yeah, they don't look good either. And I can run my fingernail on there and it grabs it. So I think this cylinder's toast. So y'all let me know down in the comments if you want to see the Ranger Crew 800 motor get redone. All right, so next on the list, and I hate to even talk about this, but as you can see right here to my left, is my son's Razor 800S 2013 model. And if you look back on our videos, y'all know I tried, I got this thing built up for him and whatnot, and it had been fine. And then I just knew it was missing something just wasn't right, because it would pop sometimes through the exhaust. Well, I come to find out I had a little bit of a head issue, so I put a new head on it, and it was running great till it wasn't, guys. So I tested it out that night when I was finished up, and it was fine. And I ran it the next day with Oreo, and he gave me bad luck. I went down the street wide open for a good period of time, and when I went to slow down, that sucker it started going making all kind of noise. So I pulled over and got towed home. But so what I found with Liam's motor is, I don't know if you can see, no, you can definitely see. Check that. Toasted that bearing, and that's the PTO side, which is the one that usually goes out and gets real hot. This back one is fine. So I don't know what happened there, because like I said, everything was fine before, but maybe it had some damage from the motor previously, and it just didn't have enough power because of the valves not being right to hurt it. So once I put that extra little compression on there, dude, it just blew it out. I don't know. What else I got? So his bearings are not good anymore. These are toast. These are toast. This balancer isn't any good anymore. It's all grooved where it rides on the bearings. So I'm gonna need a new balancer for him. The oil pump, this never would seal right. So I'm gonna have to get a new oil pump shaft or oil pump and get that to be able to not have a leaky coolant. My Bandex didn't explode, but I am going to go ahead and change it before it does, because I think it's original. So that's going to get changed after definitely seeing what that motor just went through. So, but anyway, so I got to rebuild this motor and that 800 motor. I'm going to do that at the same time. And then I pulled his transmission as well, because one, I destroyed this seal when I was taking the box off, the inner clutch cover. And then this has been leaking forever. I put a new seal in here, and that seemed to fix the leak here, but the case was leaking too. So I'm going to remove this case, fix all that, change this seal, probably go through that whole thing as well, just to make sure it's 100%. Might as well just maybe rebuild it if it's cheap enough. So, yep, y'all let me know in the comments if you want to see the Razor 800S get redone. and rebuilt? Down in the comments, all right? After y'all hit that like and then subscribe and then that bell for notifications. We also have a 2016 Polaris Ranger 900 XP High Lifter Edition over here. That is mine. Shut up, Oreo. And over here I got some parts for it. It actually does run though. The motor's still in it and it's still good for my rebuild from a year or two ago. But over here's the box of stuff. I got some new beefy heavy duty polyurethane motor mounts for her and tranny mount. So that's going on to prevent any motor and transmission flex. All new bearings, front and rear from Harvey's ATV Parts. Check him out. He's got good stuff. Got some new brake pads because they're metal on metal. And also over here, I have a warranted drive shaft from Super ATV right here that I'm going to put in it. I had this in it at one point and it was vibrating a lot, so this was not balanced properly or something. It was shaking the hell out of the bike as I went down the road, so they warranted it and sent me this other one. So I'm going to throw it in while I'm doing all this other stuff to it, and anything else that needs to be done will be done. So yeah, Ranger 900 XP build on the to-do list as well. So y'all let me know in the comments. Do you want to see the Ranger 900 XP, the 800 Crew, the 800S Razor here, the 3 mini bikes, the 750 Brute, or the 550 Sportsman build? Down in the comments. Y'all let me know. And yeah, when y'all do, that's when we'll do it. So please hit that like and subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Y'all take it easy.